Well, as you can see, it's Wednesday.
It sure is. Oh my.
We're uploading a Foolish Wednesday thing.
That's rush hour.
While we were at Depot Days, we decided to get a cup of coffee in Laramie. And in Laramie, there was a bridge over the railroad yards, which was the exact same bridge that used to be in Salt Lake City at the Union Depot. And so I wanted to scope that out. And so this is the footbridge over the yards and all of the crazy, wonderful rail activity that goes on the Union Pacific Main Line underneath the bridge while you're just trying to scope out the bridge to see what it used to be like in Salt Lake City.
Yes.
Well, on our way to Cheyenne, we decided to climb off the freeway and grab a cup of coffee at Laramie.
Yes, there's a good little coffee shop right there.
Yeah, and right next to that is this bridge, the Garfield Street footbridge. And I'm going, oh my heck, I think that's just like the bridge that used to be in Salt Lake. As a child, I'd seen sort of the ruins of it.
Oh my.
But never the actual bridge. There were some pieces of it still hooked to the depot. And I just thought, I'll bet this is the exact same bridge. I mean, same railroad, same configuration. But here at the Salt Lake Union Depot, if you look at some of the older photographs, you'll notice that over here on the north end of the depot, there are these stairs going up to nowhere. Well, they're actually going up to a footbridge. And this footbridge went all the way across the yards. And if you wanted to get over to the Salt Lake, Garfield, and Western train station, well, you had to take that footbridge. In the background, you can also see the North Temple Viaduct. That was still standing when I was a kid. But Karen and I spotted this bridge, and we said, hey, let's go up there and scope this out. And no sooner did we start up the walkway than look what came. Now, I hate to say it, but we've gotten the bum's rush off of Union Pacific property many times.
Oh, we have.
Yeah, they're very, very good about their security. But one nice thing about a bridge like this is you can scope out the equipment without trespassing on their property. So we got to see all this neat maintenance equipment and check out the rail racks.
Isn't that something?
It's like, how do you transport rails that are so long? Well, you have an entire train just dedicated to moving rail around. So Laramie is a neat little town. You know, when we first arrived here, we thought it was that we'd been there before.
Right, I thought it was Rock Springs.
Well,
we
knew it was Laramie, but we'd been snowed in Rock Springs, and it's like, this is so much like Rock Springs. We honestly thought it was Rock Springs, or that we'd been snowed in Laramie, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. The two towns were just alike, including the streets, the layout down there by the rail yard.
Gee,
it's weird.
They're practically identical. It's just bizarre.
Yeah.
You know, I really don't know much about modern equipment, so anybody looking at this that's into this kind of equipment, do chime in the comments and tell us what in the heck we're actually looking at here, because we're sort of clueless. Enjoy this stuff, but don't know anything about it. But we were sure having fun on our trip.
We sure were, even though we were kind of in a twilight zone.
Kind of in a town that we thought we were in, that we had been in before, that we hadn't ever actually been in before. And a little bit confused. Wyoming is sort of like that.
Yeah.
The wind blows and you just kind of go with the wind.
Yes, best if you do.
It's the exact same tumbleweed blowing through no matter where you go. So everything sort of looked the same. And we honestly thought that we'd spent 2 days here in Laramie when in fact we'd spent 2 days in Rock Springs. And I got a chance to scope out this cool bridge, and now I kind of get a sense of what the bridge was like in Salt Lake back before I was ever born. And we got a good cup of coffee.
Oh yes, excellent.
And a biscotti.
And a biscotti. It's a wonderful shop.
It's a great place and a fun town and very, very nice people. Well, there you have it. Just kind of a foolish thing. Typical Wednesday.
Us up on a bridge.
Us up on a bridge. And come Sunday, we're going to be back at Depot Days looking at some really cool stuff. But we just thought we'd share the footbridge with you. And more importantly, all the crazy, wonderful traffic that goes up and down the Union Pacific under the footbridge.
It's fun.
Well, if you haven't been over to the channel, do pop over to the channel. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Helps us keep track of what's going on. stuff like that there.
Right.
And the way to do it is with the newfangled round blue button.
It's up here.
Zoink, right there, blue button. Well, we're not sure how you found this movie on the internet. We hope you didn't find it boring. And we will see you here on Sunday with some more of Depot Days.
Yay.
See you then.
We'll
Bye-bye.
see ya. Bye-bye.